Established in 2020, our next guests are members of this rock and roll outfit from the ambiguous corners of Toronto, Ontario. Their sound is a mix of influences like Humble Pie, the Beatles, the band, and Otis Redding, all tossed in a burning barrel at the dark end of an unmarked street. Sounds pretty good. Propter Hawk's self-titled album debuted on CKUA's Top 30 chart recently, and I have two of the band members, Malorie Blake and Andrew Blake, on the line now. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Great. How are you? Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, Andrew, I have a question. How did the band come together? What's your origin story?
Origin story. So, me and Mallory got married. So that's the
Yay.
start. I don't have to
Yes.
go before that. And she's always been a fantastic singer, and I've always been in bands. So we eventually decided we'd take a shot at doing something together. And yeah, so my other bandmate joined as the drummer, and then we sent out some Kijiji ads, which luckily eventually we found some people, and it worked out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty brave, the Kijiji, or the Craigslist. It's like it can be a whole interesting mix of people that respond.
Yeah, you get some interesting responses.
Oh yeah. I feel like we
Absolutely.
could write a book, like there could be like a really fun podcast about all the weird things that musicians encounter online.
Yeah,
Certainly.
definitely.
Yeah, from selling gear to looking for bandmates. Mallory, can you tell me, how does the band collaborate? What's your collaborative style and writing style?
Yeah, so that's a really good question because things have kind of shifted now that COVID has,
Mm.
kind of, I guess, slowed down a little bit in a sense. So initially during the pandemic, we weren't able to get together and collaborate. So a lot of it was done through like Facebook Messenger calls, and sending each other tracks through email, things like that.
Hmm.
So I think for a lot of it, Andrew and I, we did a lot of the writing kind of together.
Yeah.
And then our other band members kind of did their writing on their own as well. And then once we were able to meet up again in person, that's when we were able to kind of start practicing and recording. And that's really when the songs and the album started to take shape. But yeah, it's been pretty interesting so far because the journey of our band, a lot of it has been spent in the midst of a pandemic.
No big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So, navigating that was definitely interesting for us.
Wow, that's incredible. And so, with band members all over the place and navigating just technology and, what was it like when you like first wrote a song and you're like, hey, this is pretty good. We should write some more.
I mean, well, so for me personally, this whole experience has been really insane and exhilarating
Hmm.
because this is actually my first band.
Ah, okay,
So
cool.
I've written music before, but this was really like the first time I feel like that happened where it was like writing a song and then it was like, okay, wow, like, there's something here and we can do something with this. It's an amazing feeling. And I feel great just like knowing that, we've tapped into this sort of creative space that I think at least I've always wanted to explore more.
Hmm.
So it just feels really good to be able to make music and have people like it too.
I know, it's the best. Yeah. And you know what? We really like your music. We really, really, really like your music. We have this really fun host new music chat group at CKUA, and everyone's like, oh my God, Propter Hawk. Like, whoa. And so it's really exciting. There's a bit of a buzz about your new album. Before I let you go, can you pick a tune and let me know what it is and maybe tell our listeners a little bit about it?
One of like my favorite songs on the album is Sleeper Creeper.
Mm.
I love that song. I love Andrew's solo on it. That's my favorite solo on the album. I love the lyrics, which were also written by Andrew. There's horns in that song, which I think are really, really special and add so much. And yeah, I think it's just like a really unique kind of fun song that I really enjoy performing and hearing as well.
Amazing. Okay. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. From their self-titled album in at number 15, this is Propter Hawk and Sleeper Creeper.